Jimmy Lai needs to be released immediately, and we will welcome him in this committee room back to freedom. So that's our clear message, that there is no reason whatsoever for him to ever have been taken into custody, and we demand his immediate release. Jimmy Lai is arrested on trumped-up charges, sentenced to long sentences for no reason whatsoever. But as we point out, he's not alone. He's not the only person being persecuted by China and by Hong Kong. There's over 1,000 being held today, including the Hong Kong 47. And we fight for all to be released from this oppression. So our message is very clear. We want him released immediately. We want China to live up to the commitments it made to the international community and the people of Hong Kong.
For his principles and his courage, the Hong Kong government have shackled my father. For his commitment to freedom, they are torturing him. At the age of almost 77, they keep him in solitary confinement. He swelters in 100-degree heat in a cell devoid of any sunlight. For his strong Catholic faith, he is denied communion. He was recently too sick to attend court. They, the Hong Kong authorities, keeping him in jail, are slowly but surely killing him. Make no mistakes, they are killing him because of his commitment to democracy. My father symbolizes the promise of freedom. Freedom to think, freedom to speak, and live free of fear and compromise.
The treatment of Jimmy Lai by the Chinese and Hong Kong governments is shameful and a travesty of justice. Mr. Lai has done nothing wrong. He is in prison for peaceful support of democracy and for publishing a newspaper, nothing more. Holding anyone, especially a 76-year-old man with health issues, in solitary confinement in a maximum security prison for over 23 hours a day is cruel and inhumane. So is China's denial of Mr. Lai's access to independent physicians and specialized medical care for treatment of diabetes and its long-term complications. This highlights just how little the Chinese government values life.
Injustice need not be forever. And I'm one of those who believe, and I know, Ben, we all believe this with all of our hearts, that the time will come, and I hope it'll come soon, if we are resolute, if we use every lever at our disposal, every way of trying to influence Xi Jinping and his really murderous Chinese Communist Party to let your father go and to ease up and to end this horrible repression of Hong Kong and, of course, all the rest of China.
Sebastian, your father is a hero to us. There's so many people, 1,500 imprisoned by the Hong Kong government, the Beijing government, really, and every one of them is important to us. But I heard something quite different when Jimmy was arrested, and it was they arrested a journalist. They arrested a journalist. So that visibility has raised the visibility of all of the other prisoners who are there. The Chinese government likes to say, or any totalitarian government, one of their most exquisite forms, and I use that word precisely, of torture, meaning specific, is that they tell people nobody even remembers you're here or why you're here. So why don't you just give up and confess to whatever they create, and then you'll still be here, but nonetheless. And that is something that today we are saying to the world, to the Chinese government, to the Chinese Communist Party, that we know, not only do we remember, we exalt, we lift up the sacrifice of Jimmy Lai in all of this.